Alrighty, welcome back everyone here to SimTrax Broadcasting. This is Patrick Morrison coming to you live here with the USORL League. Definitely something to keep an eye out for here on Thursdays. We're going to go ahead and kick these guys off at Daytona, the Great American Race. As these guys have been going through qualifying, have gotten through their team warm-up here to make sure everything is A-OK and guys are squared away, ready for this race. This should be excellent here as we get this one kicked off as drivers are starting the grid already. Let's go ahead and take a look at our race here for tonight. 60 laps out there on the track, 2 sets of tires, and of course they'll have one faster pair. I would probably say all super speedways, 110%. You got to have at least one. I know real life's out there, Jay. They don't have one, but as the guys get acquainted with each other out there on the track, it's definitely something that you want to see, and these guys work out all together. As we get ready for the Track and Turf Series here, Stella, you are joining alongside me here tonight in the USORL League. Talk to me a little bit about what the USORL League means and what we're getting ready to see here tonight.
Absolutely. Tonight, USORL is the United States Online Racing League. These guys have a cup league and a truck league. And tonight we'll be looking at racing at Daytona, 60 laps, like you said, which is wonderful. And it's being sponsored by TWB Marketing, so we call it the TWB Marketing 150.
Excellent. All right, well, we'll go ahead and get to our starting grid as the pace truck works its way around. John Peterson and Benjamin White will be on the front row in the 43 and the 32. Eric Sable and Garrett Sindor will be sitting in third and fourth. Nolan Hodgson and Kendorian Davis. That's a pretty cool name, Kendorian. Yes. All right, I like that. I know it feels like it's got power to it. So right now that 18 machine will be starting in 6th. Cam Barnes sits 7th next to Austin Hakes. Moving on to Michael Marotta.
Marotta?
Yep, will be in 9th, and Cal Lovall will be rounding out our top 10. Moving on to Austin Spencer and Scott Fleener. Looks like 11th and 12th for those two gentlemen. And moving on through to Steven Merzlak, Andrew Hennessy starting in row number 7. Row number 8 starts off with Luke Smith and Jacob Bradford. Tyler Rush and Darren Ingram follow along that with Ethan Hallis and Zach Krastowski will be starting in the number 4. Vinny Tabby will be starting in the 21st position next to Sean Gus. Henrietta Bordeaux, check that out. We got a chick out here driving in the 23rd position as Sean Maxwell will be starting in row number 12. Finishing out the rest of our deal. Looks like William Page, Michael Penderson, Noah Joyce, Jake Collins, Kerry Rogers, and Michael Banks, I believe that is. Getting ready to get going on here. Kicking off as we are under green. Oddly enough, we are racing here in the sunset, so the drivers will be just about blind heading into turn number 1, and it is going to be extremely tough here as we see these guys kick off and get underway. 60 laps is what we got going here. Already heading into turn 1 and 2, starting to get some solid separation here from our guys out front. John Peterson and Eric Sable are going to get a good breakaway here, and Benjamin White looks like he drops just out of range here, but he is working his way as the outside line comes alive. Eric Sable out in front now. As you notice, the 43 car looks like he's throwing back to a paint scheme back of Richard Petty here in the Starry Machine. Hey, Stella, I don't know about you, but the Starry Machine reminds me a little bit of Kevin Orlando out there. Good job out there. We get to see a couple guys blinking there in the back as the field starts separating here. 2 seconds separate our leaders all the way back to the 25th position. But Stella, I have 36 drivers out here on the track. It looks like Steven Merzlak may have had a little bit of trouble out there, and he is already, working his way out of pit. So it looked like late to grid. He's going to be a couple laps down here. Might be hoping on he's going to be definitely waiting here on a lucky dog. Still staying up here with the front pack as I'm waiting to see if the 18 of Kendorian Davis is going to go ahead and push that outside line. They need a 4th guy in that line as the 62 of Michael Marotta, he is actually dropping off as well. So notice how the front 3 guys almost nose to tail, but the 4th person in line out of each line has actually fallen off a good bit, maybe letting the race come to them and not pushing right off the bat.
Yeah, what's got me right now is I cannot imagine how these guys are driving in this oddly foggy weather. It says partly cloudy, but I didn't think the clouds were going to be down on the ground. If you have trouble seeing out there, it's not a glitch. This is actually what the weather is doing here at sunset. I would have expected this more out of maybe a California track or, 62's down below the yellow line. He's looks like he's being put at an EOL perhaps. But this is the biggest field that USORL has had out here before. So congratulations.
Yeah, and we're taking a look here at the 62, or we're trying our best to, as it's starting to get a little foggy here, as the clouds seem to drop a little lower every single time, and these guys are definitely having a hard time seeing out there. Stella, actually what you see is Michael Marotta actually is dropping off on purpose in the 62 Chevrolet. It looks like things were getting a little too dicey up there. What the driver will do on the backstretch is drop below the yellow line and allow people to pass. As long as he is not advancing, that's okay. But he drops back, and now he's in a comfortable spot watching at least another 20 drivers sitting in front of him here, and now he's going to let the guys kind of take it on. Obviously, with this many drivers, I would probably say there's a good chance of seeing the big one up here, and it's going to take out a few trucks. Fortunately, we've got a fast repair, but normally cautions breed cautions, and we're going to start seeing a bunch of tumble-ups. But so far, only 4 laps into this, going across the line for lap number 5. Benjamin White is leading the charge here out front. It looks like in that starring machine, and he is continuing the charge. The 32 Chevrolet leaving the pack here is right now the 23 Eric Sable bringing up right behind him. Now, Stella, I'm taking a look at some of our car makes and models out there. Taking a look, we have a slew of Toyotas, and definitely big fans out there of the TRD machine. So it looks like we're trying to get a couple more into the top 10, not just kicking off out there with Kendorian Davis and Austin Hakes being the only ones in the top 10. But we are still being led by Benjamin White's Chevrolet, Eric Sable's Ford following along, and John Peterson's number 43 Ford sitting third.
Yeah, the manufacturer breakdown last count was so much more even than we have seen in a lot of other leagues. Ford has 13, Chevy has 15, and Toyota has 15. So
we got something happening in the back here. The 8 machine
yes,
goes up into the fence. First caution here of the night, starting on lap number 6. Sean Maxwell seems to have gotten a good lick here, and we're waiting to see if that car refires. It does not look like it. He's going to go ahead and tow to pit road. Unfortunately, Stella, when you tow to pit road,
that's an extra 2 minutes.
An extra 2 minutes. So we're looking at least 4 minutes out there of tow time. And we'll take a look here and see what happens to Sean Maxwell. Maybe we can see. Boy, that cloud cover is just dismal.
Insane.
Yeah, let's see if we can get a better look at it here. That might be a better angle here. Let's see if we can see what happens.
Yeah, and he's going in.
Touch the paint.
Through the shadows, and then the sunset, and then the shadow, and it came back out and zap. Oof.
Yeah, that left side got down on the paint, but Stella, compared to what could have happened out there, this is actually amazing. I think only him and the number 2 of Davey Hazard are the 2 guys who got it the worst out there. Let's see if I can take another look here. I want to see maybe what he sees, if there was any sort of a issue out there on the track with any kind of viewing. Whoop. Yep, just bobbed right off the yellow, and his spotter didn't say, "Hey, buddy, hold it down there." So, Sean Maxwell working his way into pit road now, as unfortunately he towed. I don't know if he stalled it out, but there is definitely a lot of damage to the side of that race car. Wheels turned though, so I don't know if he's got maybe a mechanical problem here after the wreck. Yeah, I have to agree with Douglas Ross out there saying great job for everybody avoiding that wreck. That could have been definitely a lot worse than it looked. I mean, I thought we were going to have some trouble there in the back, but he did come slightly airborne, got on the nose there of Davey Hazard. We'll see if we can take a look at Hazard's machine out there and see if he has suffered anything. Come on, drone footage, float around there. There you go.
No,
not
like bad, but he is coming down for the pits.
Well, I would definitely pit at a time like this. If this ends up being a fuel mileage game, now might be a good time to come down and give a quick top off here, as it looks like everybody from 21st on back decided to come down pit road. And I would probably say this would be the chance for Merzlak here to get at least a lap back. And this should put him back on the lead lap. Now that only leaves Sean Maxwell, I believe, a lap down here, so they're going to switch it up. And Merzlak will start from the back of the field here as he works his way around. Guys working their way back out of pits here. And as we take a look at our slew of Toyotas, 21st all the way through 26, Jake Collins is who we got our eyes on now in the 82 machine. Looks like he's sponsored by the Home Depot. Not bad. All right, let's see if we can rotate through, see how Andrew Hennessy, as he is dropped down 4 positions here on the night. 94 Chevrolet now down to 18th. That almost looks like a solid blue enough to have a Pepsi on it. But
Or a Simtrax.
Yeah, well, it's definitely showing that Andrew Hennessy is sponsored by DuPont.
Okay.
They may have painted right over the logo.
No, they just chose to do the blue and not the red, yellow, green.
Yep.
And orange. And
Sean Maxwell still down at pit road here. And Folds of Honor Foundation is on the number 8. Good eye
Yes.
there, Jay.
no kidding.
All right. Let's get back out. Jacob Trent Bradford sitting right now in 12th. He's moved up 4 here on the night. HendrickCars.com. Stella, who is he racing for? Is he racing for E-Motorsports out there?
Jacob Bradford?
Yes. Should be in the number 17. I believe in the Chevrolet.
I do believe so.
Okay. Right. We'll see if he can get some of his get some teammates to join him out there. I know John Peterson out there. He has got definitely a boatload of drivers with him. Looks like Cal Lovell is hanging out there. Sindor's with him. William Page. Of course, John Peterson. And all those guys are starting to work their way together. I'm waiting to see if I see any of the teams clump up here. But Stella, after the pit stops and everybody getting back out there, 2 drivers really kind of stick out here. Is Noah Joyce. He's up now 13 positions in his 31 Chevrolet, sitting 14th. And joining just as many is Kerry Rogers, sitting up in that 16th spot. Looking to see if they can fight their way back to the front and revisit down into pit road for a few of these guys here in the back. Looks like Merzlak, Schramm, and Adam Hogland. But Adam is still sitting down pit road here, almost a minute.
Hoagland.
Boy, I knew it!
Yes.
That's all right.
And
Yeah.
watch your Sidnor. It's not a Sindor. Although that's a great name for a dragon. But no, it's a Sidnor.
Sidnor.
There you go. Yeah, I'm watching some of our past winners from different seasons here at Daytona. Let's see, we got Jake Oakley, season 1, John Peterson, season 2, Cam Barnes won this race in season 3, and season 4 and 5 is Darren Ingram. So that is one that I would definitely try watching.
All righty. Well, we're about to get
He's
back
down in
underway
20.
here.
I think he's sandbagging it.
Yep, there's a good possibility. Let's get this one back under green here. Hopefully the guys can see him, Barney up in the flag booth there. I have to put some Christmas lights on his arm so you can see him. Boy, this is very tough driving conditions here. Benjamin White getting off to a good start here. Out front he goes. 23 of Eric Sable looking to see if he can tuck in behind him again. It doesn't look like it. They're going to battle side by side here for just a little bit here. Shoot off of turn number 2, side by side. Sable now's got the lead. Boy, Stella, look at the wiggling there in the back.
Oh, I do. They can't quite decide whether high line or low line is going to be beneficial for them. They're trying a little both.
Now, pushing and nudging is one thing, but man, when guys start already shuffling around here in the back, the first thing they want to do is get closer to the front and not spread themselves out in the back, because that's going to just create more and more trouble out there. But we'll keep an eye on and see if anybody else ends up in any more issues out there on the track. Let's see if I can find where Henrietta is. There she is. It's like that rolling around the 26 Baskin-Robbins Chevrolet. Look at the sea of trucks in front of her. Right now, not too bad here. The TWB Marketing 150. We only have one caution here in the first 10 laps. And this so far, we've been green flag. Other than that, a couple different guys taking ideas and different tactics out there with pitting strategy. Some guys did take tires. Marotta did take tires, which is really surprising this early into the race. And I believe Austin Hakes may have as well, seeing he had a 20-second pit stop time.
I believe so, yes. DJ Harris out there in the chat says, always make sure you watch Darren. You never know when he'll be up at the front. So it's a good call to keep an eye on him.
All right.
Thank you, DJ.
Yep, so we're assuming he's talking about Darren Ingram, who's right now sitting 21st. He has only dropped down a few positions here, only 3 that is, as he's working his way down the backstretch. Boy, this is just about impossible to see out here. So most of our cameras may be down closer to the grass here to see if we can find him. Boy, look at it outlining him. Ugh. And Stella, I want you to kind of consider as we rotate up to the spotter tower, this is all he can see. So this makes it even tougher for him, and you know, even the way the drivers are feeling out here, it's good at the bottom. Man, you can't see from the top.
Yeah, I'm looking up around the corner, and it's just as hazy as it can be, you know, from the driver's seat, or in this case, from the passenger seat.
So we're riding along with Bradford now. If you guys make sure you turn your resolution up to that 1080p here, you're going to see we're starting to get already a bit of buildup here on the edges of the windshield. Only 13 into it here, as right now we is chasing this, the Circle K Crush machine. Looks like the number 39 of Luke Smith. Smith has actually been rolling forward here as of late, as he is still making the charge up 8 positions. Whoa! Check up here on the outside line. Looks like somebody tried to pop out there. I believe that may have been the 13 of Austin Spencer. Already starting to make a squeeze out here.
Had a lead change, and we've got a definite battle between 3 and 4 right now.
Yeah, 3 and 4.
Inching.
Being with Peterson,
Nolan Hodgson, and Gary Sidnor. Garrett.
All right. Well, I definitely want you to say that about 5 more times before I keep butchering that one to pieces. Right now, a little moves. We keep rotating around. Boys may have cut down in front of Bordeaux here. Still slicing on around. Looks like number 7. Look, keep an eye here on Cam Barnes. Barnes is starting to do a little bit of work here as Barnes is get back up 2 positions. Stella 15 laps into this one already, a quarter of a way through this race. And I'm glad to see that, whenever you sign on with a brand new league, you always get a little nervous of, man, is this going to be a bumper car kind of race, or is this going to be real racing? And it seems to be the latter of the two, as these guys only had one little fumble out there. And even with the conditions that they're driving in here, this is actually fantastic racing here so far. Guys taking their time, guys making the move around, but I can't say that for the guys here 25th on back, because they've been doing a lot of shuffling here. I'm sure Austin Hakes, who's down 18 positions on the 28 Toyota, he would love to fight his way back up. And another driver of Marotta, who is now down to 33rd. So he's going to be working his way back up to the front, because losing 24 here on the night so early in the race, that is not what you want to see. But Stella, look at Sean Gus out here in the 20, actually in the 81 Toyota sitting 20th. Not bad here, as the 81 still seeing if he can fight his way through. Not looking too sharp, though, as he's dealing with a lot of trouble out there. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we are in a... I'm looking at his race suit here. His helmet looks like something from Star Wars. All right.
Okay. Actually, it looks like a Klingon bird of prey. Star Trek.
Okay.
But no, it's probably not. We are really messing something up here. But let's see. But he belongs to Dragon Motorsports, and that's another team that has a few people. Adam Hoagland, that's out here tonight, is on Dragon, and so is Kendorian Davis for Dragon Motorsports. So they may be teaming up here at some point.
Yeah, it seems to be working around pretty well. Whoa, somebody was thinking about popping out. You said Sindor, right?
Yes.
Ha, got it that time. I have a Sindor there in the 34 Ford.
No, Sid, S-Y-D,
Yeah.
Sid Nor.
Sid Nor.
There.
Sid Nor. That's what I said. Sid
Okay.
Nor. Not Sindor. Sid Nor.
Yes.
Good Lord. Come on. All right, 34 machine was popping there to the outside. Thought about 3 wide and thought better of it. He said, boy, these guys are wiggling around just a little too much. Stella, actually, during qualifying, some of these guys were a little nervous heading into turn number 1 as the glare from the sun was blinding the drivers. They couldn't see anything past the dogleg turn there into turn 1. Once the track kind of got to a decent banking angle, they were able to see. And that's really, as a driver, it's petrifying because the only thing you can do is follow the guy in front of you. And once it breaks loose, then you got to reassess what is happening in front and try to continue the race. Jay out there saying it was the Rebel Alliance symbol. Thank you. All I could think was red 5. All right.
Yes.
Yep. Continue on through. Where's the number 2 of Davey Hazard? There he is. Up 21 positions here so far. Good Lord, that guy's on a roll. Yeah, not bad here. As right now we take a look off the back here of Davey Hazard. Not bad as right now. It's keeping a solid line. Notice how everybody's starting to form up. A couple of guys popping in and out. But what you can do is when you lean to the bottom or lean higher is try to bleed off a little bit of that drafting speed so you don't rear end the guy that is out there in front of you.
Yeah, I keep watching Kendorian Davis. He does that, sniff of fresh air to the side. But man, he goes down on the paint to do it, and it was frightening. So I like seeing him now up on that high line.
Yeah, right now as he's continuing to be pushed here by the 13 of August. Right now that outside line is starting to fall apart here, and I don't know if somebody's starting to get a little wiggly thinking about making a move here. But so far so good. Man, that's just so dismal to see. I know we're used to the best conditions out here at iRacing, and especially here at Simtrax Broadcasting. We are bringing you the USORL here, live here at Daytona for the Great American Race. Out they go. Right now, the 43 of Peterson is still up here in the top 5 as he right now is looking for a little more if he can, but not too fast as he's trying to stay out of trouble the best that he can. Stella, right now, a driver who's won here at Daytona a bunch is the 43 machine, but it's not John Peterson.
Okay.
Richard Petty, come on, give me something here, caller.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I was concentrating on this race, not on the past. Yes. Well, 43, of course, is Richard Petty. So, and that's what I thought when I saw the STP. But you took a right turn on me when I wasn't expecting it and ended up talking about the Starry car.
Yeah. It's just, I haven't seen many Starry cars out there, especially sponsored. Oh, man. Looks like we want to rotate to the outside. That's going to cause some trouble. 2 is loose, and he's heading up. Well, looks like Davey Hazard's going to be in another one here. And we are not under caution, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody saved it here. Fantastic.
I am duly impressed.
Still continuing, though. Right now, the 49 of Scott Fleener said, I got a delivery to make in that USPS machine. Hammers him out of the way and continues to press on. Holy cow.
Yeah, the two of them were joking during practice that they had the USPS and the UPS and the FedEx. And we were going, let's see who actually wins this race. There's the FedEx car.
Yeah, well, they could have gone with the DHL, which is almost forgotten out there as well. That does put Peterson into the lead, but it looks like a little fumble there, I believe by the 32 of Benjamin White, who may have been the one starting that one. He did want to rotate to the outside line, but was not clear. So it caused a huge checkup on the outside line. I think the 2 stabbed it there, or ran in the back of somebody, and that just started a whole slew of problems out there on the track. Seeing that cautions did not come out, that does give about a 2.5 second separation before we find Jake Collins and Noah Joyce. Then we start shuffling back just a little hair more here. And then we got Krostowski sitting 16th, and we were almost single file all the way back from there. Those guys are definitely trying to catch up. Stella, we have seen many races here at Daytona. It is definitely possible for guys to rally up and collect back at the pack. But really, if we don't end up with another caution, pit road may be their chance to come back. Will tires be a choice? Will be an option here because fuel won't be.
Well, at this point, I'm looking they're a third of the way through. If they can make it, I'd say to halfway, and they haven't taken tires like the top 20 cars, I would take them now. If they've already taken tires, like a couple of guys in the back, I think I would save it, counting on people to start doing a less give and take and a lot more take toward the end of the race, and save it for when that caution comes out with 20 to go.
Ah, so you're smelling another caution a little closer to the end.
Yes.
All right.
Right now, I think everybody's playing nice.
Yeah. Especially Noah Joyce out there in the Celsius machine right now. That 31 Chevrolet, he's up 12. Was up more until some more trouble happened out there on the track, and now he is trying to see if he can battle his way back. Let's take a ride along with him. That's about all he can see.
That's rough.
Yeah.
That is rough.
It just kind of shows you that even some of the guys we're mentioning out there, they can't see anything. You know, they're riding in these trucks, and they're just about blind, other than depending on the guy in front of them. Now, Stella, taking a look at Noah Joyce and Collins here, they are actually starting to gain on Sean Gus, who is the last driver here in the back of the front pack. So Sean Gus right here, and we're taking a look back. Notice how that rear field is starting to catch him now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, starting to creep on very, very close here. Not bad, though,
like
got to admit, as they are broken, I believe, less than a second here before the second pack rears up. Now, Stella, what I would do is I would definitely have to radio up and let guys know, let's take the outside or let's take the inside line, and try to make a run with your guys who have helped you get to the front, as they have now made contact, rearing up and now going to attack the front pack that may have caused all the trouble to begin with.
Yeah, I was looking at the times. The back of the field right now is consistently running a second faster than the front of the field, so it's inevitable that they will catch up. Now, whether they can pass them or whether they have fried their tires doing it, question marks.
Yep, 100%. As right now we see Sean Maxwell going down a lap here, as he's unfortunately dropping down, staying up high, but dropping down in the running here. It's going to be a while before we can see him get back onto the lead lap. But good job by Maxwell staying out of the way, though, letting everybody get a good race. So I got to admit, I really like teamwork, and I like sportsmanship out there when guys can do it. But when it comes down to the final 5 laps, man, what happens, happens. As long as it's not a dirty move, let it happen. All right. Right now we're seeing Stowski here up into 11th. He's up 9 here on the night as they continue to charge forward. 2 groups have now met up, and we are all clumped together again. Great job here by the backfield continuing on. But Stella, you were talking about the amount of time that they were gaining. Imagine that, what fresh air will do for you. Instead of being all choked up here in the back like we're seeing how the 42 machine of William Page is.
Yeah, that's I understand that's why they do the little sneak out, type of thing. But when I watch the back and it is just wiggling like a rattlesnake tail, that is worrisome. But I guess in hindsight, having it work out in the back like that is better than the guys in the front, which will take out the whole field.
Yeah, a lot of wiggling. What you'll see is they have no downforce to the nose of the car because they're pushing the person in front of them. They also have no downforce to the back of the car because the guy behind them is so close to the rear bumper. So the car will begin to float. And as they come around the turn, it's half as loose as you can see. There he goes, number 4, Krastowski. Same thing, is he's kind of floating and bobbing around here. So now that the car in front of him is farther away, from more front downforce, he's able to steer like he normally would expect it to be. So that's exactly what you're seeing as we break into the halfway point here. Lap 30 out of 60 here at Daytona. So far, so good. Only 1 caution here, back on lap number 6. We've gone over 20 laps under green here so far. This should be a great kickoff. Guys, don't forget to stay tuned in here for the USORL League. we are here for Daytona, and then oddly enough, we will rejoin these guys down in the playoffs. So don't forget to check out Captain Esports out there, as he will be taking the helm for the rest of the season. And I'm sure we'll see plenty of great racing and stories out there from these guys racing throughout the season. Stella, find me a driver out here that you enjoy seeing moving around. Right now, I see Hodgson. He's sitting in 5th. That 35 has been pretty quiet here tonight. Right now, Hodgson not doing a whole lot out there, but the Valvoline machine's definitely staying pretty confident out there. As right now, no bumps or bruises for him yet, but those red wheels definitely throw back to the Mark Martin scheme.
Yeah, I'm liking the pink and green highlighter car. A little further back. Let's see if we can catch him. No. Where did he go? Hey, nope. That's not fair. I swear. There he is.
26?
Yeah. I like the pink and green. Oh, that's Henrietta's car.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Remember the Baskin-Robbins car. Come on.
Yeah, we rode inside and I saw the Baskin-Robbins. I didn't see the outside. The outside is awesome.
Yeah, looking pretty sharp.
I mean, when I can see you through this fog, life is good.
Mm-hmm. What he's out there, is that outlier speed? Yes, it is.
Yes.
Right. I wasn't sure if we could be in the 51 Rowdy Burns car.
Oh,
yes.
dear.
That'd have been something. All right. Let's try to rotate up front where I see right now Darren Ingram starting to shuffle around a little bit. Up to 17th. Already some trouble out of one driver who seems to be falling back. Michael Danks down to 21st here. So something has happened. That outside line may have just kind of flaked on him. Roll backwards. Right now, plenty of room there. Right now being led by Noah Joyce. Joyce may have to snug down in that Celsius machine to see if he can get a little more door draft to start working his way up front. They are starting to lose a lot of steam here, and it's just not working out. 31 might slice in too. And Stella, there's just so many options here at Daytona. Unfortunately, 3 wide I would not recommend. But guys are able to make the moves out here that they need to, with plenty of room, and especially the banking.
Yeah, well, the banking here is 31 degrees in those turns. The tri-oval cuts it down to 18, and the back straight is your kicker, which is only 2%. So if they come out of there with all that firepower and hit that flat part of the track, you may see them need to check up a little bit. The centrifugal force is not compensated for with the banking.
Yeah, definitely good rotation through the turn will give them the turn exit speed that they require, but will they have any room to run? Whoa, man! Was that the 49? No, that looked like the 54. Darren Ingram goes down and almost snugs right next to the 31 heading into that turn. Whoop. Come on, Darren. Stay connected there, buddy.
This is where we say, Truck 54, where are you?
Yeah. Now, right now, as he's trying to push on through, you see how they're kind of snugging a little closer down that bottom line to try to get try to get these guys clumped and start pulling their way back to the front. I have been successful racing actually Xfinity cars, racing door draft, and I was able to make it by myself 18th up to 3rd. So it takes a gutsy move or call.
And the people around you have to be comfortable with you being 6 inches off their door without suddenly panicking and causing hate and discontent.
Hey, when guys aren't driving on controllers, things happen. All right, let's take a look as pit road is eating up.
Ooh, it sure is. Slow down, gentlemen.
Coming to a screeching halt here. They're working their way on in. We got our eye on Eric Sable, who is up in the top 5 here, working his way on down. So now Sable, White, Peterson, Sindor, Hodgson, Kendorian Davis, Cam Barnes, all down pit road here. 43 a little cockeyed there in pit. All right, let's get back to our guys who are racing. This trouble may still carry on. We're looking at the number 81 here. driver from Dragon Motorsports of Sean Gus. I now represent above the yellow line. Still racing on through. Here comes the second clutch, and what you don't want to do is be caught out here all alone. And right now the 86 and the 84 doing something a little different out here. Right now this is the M&M's Racing. M&M's Racing team look like they're both sponsored here by Valvoline. They're going to continue this roll. Stella, what do you think about this call that everyone is pit except these two guys?
That's tough. I mean, unless they know how to time it, or unless they're counting on that lap 20 caution I called.
Boy, man. But just kind of debating on something like that happening. It's hard to say. Kerry Rogers working on down in 36 Ford. We had some time coming down pit before, but I don't know if we missed our box.
Yeah, because he kind of drove through and then came out again.
All right, our leaders are heading down now. And that does leave us about 31 seconds off before it looks like Dewey Schramm is going to take it on. But Schramm and Antonio Ruiz are the guys who came in on laps 7 and 8, so they will be able to drag it out much farther than the rest of their comrades out there. Jake Collins is sitting third. He came in on lap 36, and that's normally the first pile.
Now, I am intrigued that several of these fellas chose to take fuel only, it looks like, with 9.5 seconds pit stops, 4-second pit stops.
Oh, yeah. Well, I definitely would as well. This track doesn't, as long as you race sanely.
Conservatively?
Yes.
Okay.
That you don't need tires really at a super speedway unless you're trying to change it up. I would never put tires on at a super speedway unless you're under caution.
Okay.
It's not worth the time. And you can see all the way back, I believe it was the 1972 race that Richard Petty came out and did not take tires, and that's what beat Bobby Allison. And he beat him by a quarter of the track.
Nice.
Coming down and not taking tires. They had measured for the past few pit stops that they didn't need tires. He took a fuel and go, which obviously tires were took a lot longer. The pit stops were not like how the Rainbow Warriors were doing it, with the first 14-second pit stop time. But that's what you were seeing is they were taking somewhere upwards of a minute for a 4-tire stop and fuel. So when he did a fuel only and came out in less than 18 seconds.
That's huge.
He was able to take off, and the tire wear wasn't bad enough for him to lose any kind of speed, and Richard Petty was able to win the race. No problem. So that's exactly what you're seeing now of some of these other guys out here, is not taking tires are going to pay off. Cam Barnes did take tires. It looks like a 12-second pit stop time for the number 7 Chevrolet. But we are still looking for Schramm and Ruiz. They are going to have to pit. They have no choice. They're going to have to come down pit road, so unfortunately their lead will kind of come to an end here pretty soon. But Cam Barnes pitting on lap 35. He should be able to make it to the end, and there's your lap 20 caution that you asked for.
Are you kidding? Oh, my goodness.
Devils fan 53 saying, where's the caution clock when we needed it? You got it.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my gosh. 43 machine of John Peterson has a ton of damage.
Oh.
Look at the STP machine.
Oh. Yes, what's left of it?
Holy cow.
But I still see 4 tires going in the same direction.
As we're still in one piece, I can guarantee he's going to come down and his pit crew is going to take a look at that truck.
And if he hasn't used his fast repair yet, he could be golden.
Yeah, he wasn't involved in the lap 6, so he should be A-okay.
Jay says that won't buff out.
Yep. Oddly enough, he seems to be the only truck out here with any sort of damage. So we'll see if anybody else was involved. Here's a quick replay. Let's see if we can take a look and see what happens to him here. '72 machine getting a... Oh, man.
Oh, just the meat in the sandwich.
And Good job rotating off the track as he's out of control. Get a better angle. Looks like he makes it through the huge checkup. Still, I don't know. The Goodyear blimp might be useless here, but we're going to give it a shot. Yeah, that's about useless.
That would be useless.
Let's see if I can
How
find...
about a drop?
Whoa, there's the checkup way up front. Notice the yellow truck. Drops off the pavement here.
I think it might be earlier than that, and that's why he came down. My goodness. But yeah. That is a shame.
I would probably have to say that this is probably the best move for our two guys who were in the lead not too long ago.
Oh, yeah.
But
now I'm looking at everybody.
Situation.
Everybody 16 and back has headed to the pits. So they will be on tires. Yeah, about 50% are going tires or fuel. But the ones who take tires will be on 41 lap tires. And everybody else is on 35, 36 lap tires.
If they can band, if they can band together, that will be useful.
Right. Yeah. Because still the draft is more important, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, John Peterson is still down pit road here. And Dorian Davis, I believe he is down pit road as well. A18 machine, he's the one who got rear-ended.
Ooh.
Henrietta, all right, Baskin-Robbins machine rotating on the way out of pit. William Page. Still down. This is the yellow machine that popped off the track. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh.
Yeah. Peterson, Davis. Page is coming out. Patrick Thompson.
Yep. I'm seeing him
Maxwell
in the Best Buy
now.
machine.
Maxwell's been down for 4 minutes.
Yeah. Now Maxwell's the one in the number 8. And remember, he was the one who ended up in trouble in lap 6.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but I was curious if he was just trying to get a little bit more. Or was he involved in this one, too? That would be painful.
Well, sometimes... Who was it out there in the chat that says sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield?
Oh. Well, with
that was
with
Lee
as
Mills,
much as
wasn't it?
I do not know. Maybe Jay. Maybe Dylan. You guys that are new to our broadcast station, you will see that we have a few regulars that follow around Simtrax to the different different racetracks, and to the different leagues, and they chat it up out there, and they are quite entertaining.
Oh yeah.
But we have Devils Fan 53 out here, and DJ Harris, Douglas Ross has made a stop by tonight, as well as Eric Sable and D7H5. If that stands for something I'm supposed to make a word out of, I'm not getting it. Well, I'm honest.
All right. Well, right now I do appreciate you guys. Yep. Yeah, I don't know. That should be Davey Hazard. He's the fellow who was talking to me earlier today. I really want to give a hats off out there to the number 84. I know it may be kind of a small piece, but the 84 with the yellow numbers, beautiful. I can see him. Some of the guys in the Valvoline paint, you leave it white, and it makes it damn near impossible to see. It's kind of like an all-black truck with black numbers and a white outline. That did absolutely no good for me. That did absolutely no good. We just called him the Knight Rider because there was no way to figure out who it was.
No.
Alrighty. Let's see if some of these guys can kick it back into overdrive here. We are back under green. 17 laps left to go. Already out front, the starry machine of Benjamin White returns back to the lead here Hopefully no trouble like we had before. Already dropping down to the bottom is Michael Pedersen. Pedersen looks like the two Valvoline machines meet again. Michael Dank's pretty happy out there about the M&M's racing. Still kicking it in. All right. Stella, notice how they're snugging down, how close that 23 is to the rest of the field. And that inside line. Guys looking pretty solid here. Cold tires. It's always that turn exit. Ooh. Yeah, look how close. I love it.
Yeah.
Eric Sable driving like he's done this 100 times.
Still makes me kind of pull my shoulders up and cringe a little bit.
Fantastic. Eyes straight ahead, just getting the race.
I was going to say, he looks so relaxed.
There's a little bit of popping out here, but we are still side by side all the way. Ah, there's our first separation. Now we're starting to get a big decent gap. I believe the gap will start with Antonio Ruiz. Now we may be sitting back just a little bit here. Wouldn't want to let that get too far away. Ruiz tucks away and moves to the top line. Definitely don't want to let Cam Barnes get away from him here. Back down to the bottom.
Yeah, we have the two fellas that are up 25 places between Davey Hazard and Michael Danks. I mean, that's impressive. Michael Peterson up 23. I mean, these guys have some hard chargers.
Yeah. Right now, Cam Barnes looked like he wasn't committed to that low line just yet as he rode right in the middle. Ethan Hallis there in the green machine on the outside. .34 Loves of Sindor. Right now, so far so good. No trouble out here on the track. Stella, this track has so much history here. All the way back from it being a sand track, all the way, it's now being eaten away on hurricane. But they pieced that back together because this track will not fall. But right now, falling is the Home Depot machine and the 51 machine coming airborne here in the back.
Oh my heavens! Yeah, two of them came off their wheels for sure.
Wow.
Oh.
So the 20 hitting into the wall, and I would almost swear he turned right to make sure he stayed into the wall to not cause any problems. And I'm calling it the 20. It's the Home Depot machine that I'm looking for. Oh.
No.
Boy, Stella, was that net code there?
I hope not. Oh.
That looked like net code from the 15 of Hallis here. Let me see if I can find an angle where we're got a decent shot at this. Why did he just jerk off to the side here? That looked kind of weird. Yeah,
I
giggity.
don't know.
Trying to see.
Was he avoiding a...
There might be a touch right there.
Yeah, might be, but let's see from the 82 angle sitting in his seat. Are you able to...
Yeah, I think Gus is who we're looking for here. Yeah, it's just very odd here. See the 82 kind of spinning out of the way here. I don't know if...
Jake Collins, the 82.
Yep. Here, I'm going to take another look at it here.
Yeah, this is the one. I'm curious. If he realized he clinks... No, that was netcode.
Yep. Well, that started the fire here, but notice he's not any part of the rest.
No.
Boy, just squeaks away from the 42.
Yeah, everything else as Jay said, just drive through the smoke. The whole track is smoky. Ah, check up, check up. Bounces the mellow yellow back. Oh,
Whoa!
look at
Who is that on the
whoever.
inside?
I don't know, but they were going faster than everybody else backwards.
Is that the 8?
No, I cannot read it. Oh.
Maybe we'll check on Austin Spencer here.
Zing. Yeah, if you'd frozen it, you would have seen him. He's doing the road course. Did you see on the way back he was running the road course?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude. Alright, we still remain under caution here.
Yes.
Boy, that was everybody everywhere.
A little bit.
Ah. That's who it was. I think it was Schramm.
That green and white.
Yep.
See? Right back on the pavement. Off he goes. We got road course. We got off-road course. We've got track. Alrighty.
John Peterson not taking any chances. Knows the 43, but he's still watching the wrecking. All right, Stella. We should be hopefully getting back double file. Getting
so.
back at it. These truck lights are off.
Yes.
So far, we've had 3 caution flags here tonight.
Fair.
William Page, Austin Spencer, Blake Viken, just to name a couple drivers that were involved.
Now, take a look at who is sitting in 5th place. Darren Ingram,
Yep.
our 2-time winner from the last 2 seasons. I think he's setting up to be a spoiler here in a second.
So if he's won this in the past 2 seasons,
Yes.
I'm just.
Hey, are we clearing up?
It almost looks like it.
Oh, that'd be so nice for the finish.
Yeah, that it would be. Looks like the clouds are starting to fade away here. That they are. Excellent spot there, Stella.
Splendid.
I know everybody else is probably giving a good squint there so they can see through it. But with 10 laps left to go, we clear up. That is fantastic. Away we go. Right now, this is Lovell here in the number 5 Ford sitting 3rd. One shift just a little more there as they're getting pretty close. All right, now the shuffle up is going to happen.
Ooh.
Good floss through there. Notice how they're already trying 3 in the back.
They are.
Yeah, right now the 54 machine is in a bad spot.
Well, they're staying. They're keeping. I was gonna say they're keeping a nice distance. He should be able, and he's got a line behind him now, actually. So I'm wondering whether the high line is going to end up being squeezed out there.
Yep, well, that's actually the 94 led by Andrew Hennessy. Looks like he might be giving up on that middle lane here. Oh boy. There's the big one.
Oh, wow.
It's working its way on through.
That's okay. I'm watching Henrietta gain laps as we go, gain positions. But I guess now that the caution's out, even though you're passing all those people that are sideways and wrecked, it doesn't count, does it?
No.
That's a shame.
Holy cow. All right, let's try to break this down. Where does it start?
Where does it end?
Oh, there it is. Number 5.
Oh, front of the line. Taken out by the Car Quest? Or the Valvoline?
Yeah. Well, it's looking like it. Let me see if we can find something a little Whoa, a little closer. There we go.
Valvoline.
Gets to the outside.
Yep. Oh.
I think they're coming down and catching the FedEx machine, and then he goes back up the track. Boom.
Oh, tell me, no. He does go back up the track. That's okay. 5 comes back and gets him again. Holy cow.
Look at the jump. Who was that in the yellow truck at the bottom?
Oh, I don't know. I was watching the FedEx and the 2 up here. Oh, yes.
The 42 and the 51 get airborne.
There must be a lump in the grass.
Yes.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
The 51 gets airborne here.
Oh, I hope he has a lot of feedback on his rig. That has to be fun.
Uh-oh, come on.
He gets out of... Yes. We'll give him the Steve McQueen Bullet Award tonight. Oh. Oh.
Oh, God.
Yes, I'm looking away.
I mean,
it's
you're
more
stopped
and more
and you
painful.
saw Fleener get hit not once, but then as soon as it slowed down, boom!
Well, that kind of blew Darren Ingram's night, now sitting in 29th, coming out of the pits. Oh.
Nothing worse than a truck sliding sideways, not going up or down.
Oh, man. I mean, wreckage? Yeah, that's carnage. I mean, that was Talladega worthy. Holy mackerel. Well, howdy do. Looks like Dewey Schramm is finally coming out of pit road after a minute of repair. Hazard still down there, though.
Yep, we're going to see if we can get it from the spotter area. Looks like the number 2 may be able to return. Maxwell, on the other hand, not his night.
No.
2 drivers have taken it back to the garage. The number 66 of Patrick Thompson. And the number 99. Go on, Stella. Adam.
Oh, I'm
Hoagland?
watching the show. Oh, Hoagland.
Hoagland, all right. Daniel Olivius out there saying sad he had to work and miss this, but might have lucked out. Yep, you might have. You might have. Or you could definitely
take the provisional. Take the provisional.
All right, so I will say that you doomed Mr. Darren Ingram.
I'm sorry. Curse of the commentator?
Yep. Well, the 54 FedEx machine now down to 28th. The 2 truck is toast. Davey Hazard smoked out. No more fast repairs for his Toyota.
Yeah.
And right now, as what I was saying, we had a bunch of Toyotas there. Most of them, unfortunately, have been junked here and are in the back. So we got 6 laps left to go here. 5 when we cross the line.
Okay.
Seems the safest place to be would be in the front row, but unfortunately, the front row is where the wreck started.
It did. It did. And then Cal, number 5, Cal Lovell, is down in 26th, right in front of Darren Ingram. So, yeah, the 2 of them took a serious hit.
Yeah, some were kind of calling that one a late block, possibly. So Pedersen out there is going to have eyeballs on him in the 84. But we'll see how they do as we get this one back under green.
Wow. He's letting the starry car know we're ready to go.
Yeah, nice little push there at the beginning. Oh, off the wall, off the wall. You know, Larry there in the back before we can get to turn 1, so somebody may have given him a shove. Tired of hanging out and playing second fiddle to this one. He wants to get up to the front. So far,
84
so good.
needs to be a little gentle. He'll have the back end of that starry truck up over the hood in here in a minute.
Yep, 5 laps left to go. That's Cam Barnes to the edge of your screen in the number 7. Looking to work his way up to the front, 5th in line on the inside. Notice how Benjamin White is starting to push Sable around here. Not happy about him cutting in front, but they move to the outside. Cutting down to the bottom. Great move here by Benjamin White. He gets the lead here for just a blink. And now we are heading 3 wide into turn 1.
We are.
Looks like the 86 machine wants just a little more, but he's not getting any help. 32 having a block. Sitting duck is the guy in first here, and that's exactly what's happening.
Wow, the outside line, though, is working it.
Well, remember I was talking about the 86 popping out and wanting a little help. Danks drops down to 11th with that move. 23 machine now out front. So far, so good here from the 23 machine. Out there with the Easy E Inc. guys. Right now, that team would love to come away with a win. First one of the season. 3 laps left to go here.
Yeah, a lot of seesawing, a lot of pushing in the corner, which always makes my hair stand up.
Boy, they're 3 wide here in the back.
They are.
Scrubbing the wall.
Touch on the wall.
And here we go.
Got it going again.
Whoa, the 7.
Man.
Almost clipped the camera here. All right, Stella, 1 green-white checkered coming right up.
Yeah, I do not think the 7 was, yes, involved, but not the cause.
No. 7 just flew up with the rear end almost hitting the wall.
Oh, yeah.
He get airborne, but this time not down the grass. All right, let's see if we can find a good angle here. Oh. 31.
Oh, heavens. Just took a serious left turn. Okay, we'll have to see what happened to 31. Noah Joyce. That's the first odd move anyway. What caused that sharp turn is yet to be determined.
Yeah, looking to see if I can find Noah Joyce out here in the 31. There he is.
Davey says he thinks your camera's safe. It's okay.
Is it Netcode?
All right. I hope not.
Because the 31 is here.
Yes. Wait for it.
Yeah, right there. Like he hit something. See the nose fold in?
No.
Watch the nose of his car.
Okay.
Kunk.
It sure did.
And and nothing had happened.
Oh, that's rude.
No, the
Rude
51
and
showing you how to change oil.
totally unattractive. Wow.
Well, I can guarantee you this is going to thin out the field. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, because a lot of these fellas are not going to
Have another
sit
fast
for their...
repair.
Yeah.
Oh, 31 all right? I'm sure it looked like I left. Yeah, all right. Well, another victim here of a little net code at the worst possible time.
Yes. Mm-mm-mm. And that would have been our Season 3 winner of Daytona. And I didn't mention him, so it's not my fault.
Nope, Mr. Darren Ingram is back up to 10th.
No.
He was able to survive.
Because he was far enough back that the carnage happened in front. Nice.
Boy, all right. Well, just to name a few drivers: Antonio Ruiz, Cam Barnes, Sindor, Joyce, Gus, Rogers, Merzlak, Bradford, and Spencer were involved in that. That's just to name a few. That's not.
A couple fellas still in the pit working on some repairs. Kerry Rogers, Jake Collins, Sean Gus, and Nolan Hodgson. So now whether that's repairs from last time, Mr. Collins, you're topless. Gonna be a little bit more than the Home Depot can handle. Although Jay always says that 100-mile-an-hour tape will do wonders.
Well, this time it might be a little OSB board and 200-mile-an-hour tape. Try to get that thing back together. Holy cow. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, this is definitely a one way to kick off the season. Definitely appreciate you guys joining us here at Simtrax Broadcasting, bringing you the best in iRacing to the palm of your hand. I definitely recommend watching our broadcasts out there on the TV.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
JB Weld. Oh, that stuff smells so bad.
Come on, Jay. Not JB Weld. You're a tech. It's all Q-Bond, baby.
Oh, I thought Cubon was just plastics.
Nah, you can do anything. You can drill and tap that stuff.
Really? Nice.
Totally.
So,
Look how the front is just able to just kind of come away with this unscathed. I mean, the Starry Machine almost has yet to be touched here. Benjamin White almost has a force field around him that's causing no trouble. Everybody's wrecking around him.
if something happens, that is so your fault.
Oh, 100%. 100%. And the one I'm going to point the finger toward, Sable. This guy's going to want the win.
Well, he started in third. He's sitting in third. Let's see if he can up his game.
Yeah, still a couple of drivers who have been all the way from the back of the field out there. Henrietta Bordeaux sitting 8th.
I know. She's in top 10.
Yep.
But that's from staying all the way in the back and missing all the messes.
Yep, gaining 15. Up 21 positions is William Page. He's sitting in the 42 Ford. He's now 4th. You'll see him out there in that mellow yellow machine. And up 24 positions is Pedersen in the 84 Chevrolet. He'll be starting on the outside row. Yeah, nice. Big shuffles out there. But we'll see how they get her going. We are back under green. 2 laps to go. Got to make it around one time. White flag comes out, and then it doesn't matter after that.
Yep. Let's keep it clean.
All right, some shuffling here in the back.
Uh-oh.
Yep, 3 wide.
Uh-oh. Push Henrietta out. She's moving back.
It's like Ingram moving his way up to the front, realizing now's the time. Let's see if he sends it 3 wide here along the backstretch. Block. No can do. Davis. Ah, yeah. Gets the aerodynamic bubble, uses it to his advantage. Outside line, here it comes.
Oh, yeah.
Take a look at the 54 of Darren Ingram starting to kick it in. Outside line, now the 23 is going to be caught. Eric Sable on the way back.
Oh, this is ugly.
Oh, yeah, here it comes. Hell, we got to do. Whoa!
There it is.
Final lap, white flag is out. Doesn't matter. And guess who's in the lead, baby? Eric Sable gets away. Benjamin White all the way back here. Sitting almost a second and a half off, way under speed here.
He is, he's still in second. He may be way behind, but oh my
The
heavens.
13 machine has so much damage. He's sparking around the turns here, but he's still holding fourth. Darren Ingram is third. Benjamin White sits second, and Eric Sable running away with this one.
Wow. That's a finish, baby.
Oh my gosh. The spin out. I cannot believe the yellow didn't come out right as he came to the line. That was so close.
Yeah, absolutely.
But coming for the finish, Eric Sable wins the race here. For the TWB Marketing 150. Eric Sable comes away with it. All right, let's take another look at this wreck right here at the line. Oh my gosh.
There we go. Ready?
Yeah.
Left. Oh, there it is.
Wow. I would say that was Davis.
Whoever is right behind.
Yeah, where's our Condorian Davis? Yeah, I thought that was him.
No.
In the 18? Yeah, 18 slides
Yeah.
up.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Looks
second
like
in
he
line
wants
on the
to try some middle lane, and they both chose middle lane.
Oh.
And look at the pile up.
And these two squeak out. Look at this.
Oh, Davis!
On the lid. Oh, yeah.
31
Oh,
obliterated.
no. Henrietta got turned into the wall.
Yo, who is still flipping?
I don't know.
Is that the
I'm
6?
looking. Yes. Yes, Dewey.
Come on, Dewey. Oh, yeah. All right, it's been a while since we've done it. Puke cam.
Okay. Ready, folks? Yeah, Jay says no 4 wide at Daytona. And... Whee!
The truck turned into a ramp.
I think I saw that on Dukes of Hazzard once.
So winner here of this race goes to Eric Sable. Fantastic run here.
Very nice.
Ingram comes in third. So you were close.
Yep, and Benjamin White, number 32.
Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, we'll be waiting for Mr. White to show up here. As Eric Sable enjoys his win here. Definitely earned one.
All right, well, we'll be right back. We're going to track down our podium finishers and see what they have to say about this exciting night.
All right, everybody joining us here in the booth is Darren Ingram. What a race it was. I got to admit, Darren, this race off to a little bit of a bumpy start on lap 6. Green flag race the rest of the way through, but you hang out in the back. Is that the normal plan here for the 54 FedEx machine?
I can tell you it is not. I am usually the opposite. I like to be out front at these plate races. I like to control the race, stay up front, be aggressive. But for whatever reason, that just wasn't in the cards for me tonight. You know, kind of stuck back there in traffic. So I kind of had to be a little more patient than I wanted to. But I'll take a good finish at the end of the day. Good point today.
All right. Stella called out saying you were probably the one to win here as well. And Stella, I believe we also had somebody out there in the chat that was saying keep an eye out for that 54 machine. He's going to be the one to watch. And definitely did not disappoint. Now tell me, if your Toyota wasn't handling as well out there, what was going on with some of those guys that were in the backfield having so much traction issues?
I don't know. I mean, I felt okay. If anything, I just felt like I couldn't really get runs the way I really wanted to, the way I like to. Part of that, with such a big field out here that we had tonight, it's a lot harder to get hooked up with your teammates, and that's one thing that makes it a lot easier to make moves if you can coordinate with your buddies here. At these big tracks, and we just weren't really able to do that. And that was the big thing for me, really, is just I tried maybe get a run, maybe pass a truck, but then you lose that run, you get passed by one or two more in the other lane. So it was just really a patience game tonight.
Yeah, and definitely a lot of patience in trying to move around, find that right lane, and make the best of it out there. And it's so hard, and to me, it adds more excitement. The more trucks, I'm not talking crashes. Is the amount of strategy that has to be is involved between finding your teammates and getting the right pit strategy call and making it happen here at Daytona. Is that going to carry over into Auto Club next week?
I think we'll see it even more next week at Auto Club. You don't really worry about tire wear here. I'm going to track like Daytona, but next week, I mean, Auto Club chews them up. So I think you're going to see a lot of comers and goers. You're going to see guys that are going to fly out there the first 10, 15 laps of a run. And I think you'll have, the late bloomers that'll take care of their stuff, really bide their time and reap the rewards towards the end of the run. It'll be nice to see, how much the new handling we've got on these trucks, changes things. We actually had a test race at Auto Club a couple weeks ago. It'll be interesting to see the changes and see if the same guys are fast or if we get a different mix of people up front. So I'm looking forward to it. I love Auto Club, and I can't wait to get that truck out there. Hopefully, get 2 steps higher next time.
Oh yeah, well definitely we hope to see it. As Captain Esports will be joining you next week, man. I can't wait to see how that kind of turns out here. Darren, go ahead and give me your shout outs here for the people out here watching you and the sponsors out there on the truck.
For sure. I got to say a big shout out to everybody who showed up in the race tonight. So glad to have you all here. Here at the USORL. Shout out to FedEx, Monster Energy, Antonio, Noah, Davey, Osty, all my teammates, Mikey, and had fun tonight. And hopefully, like I said, get a little better next week and get out there in victory lane. And thank you guys for broadcasting tonight. I know you guys put on a great show.
Oh yeah, man. I sure hope so. Appreciate you, Darren, and we'll see how you do later on.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep. All right, Stella. That is it from Darren Ingram. And that means we're going to move to our second place finisher of Benjamin White, who was up front about 99% here of the night. Ben, yes, you were up front most of the night here, but was it the safest place to be?
Yes, I think so. I mean, stayed out of trouble, didn't have to use a fast repair. The only time I got in trouble was on the white flag when I saw him wrecking above me and overreacted and yanked my wheel too hard and literally threw away the race. If I'm being honest, I've never done that. I've done this for years, and I have never overreacted so much to try to avoid a wreck that I throw away the win. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, no, it was fun. And yes, to your point there, I do think that out front was the safest place to be. That's why when my teammate Cam was leading, like after we made the pit stops, Cam was leading, I was second. I was arguing why he shouldn't pit, and he pit anyways, and I said, you're going to be back in the traffic. You're going to have nowhere to go. And that's the situation I didn't want to be in. So, yeah, being up front was definitely the key.
Yeah,
for sure.
definitely paid off. Now, I believe, if memory serves me right, there was an interesting block made earlier here in the run. Uh, I think somebody was trying to make a pass up front, and then there was trouble. What happened there?
Are you talking about the final lap, or are you talking about early?
Oh, way early in the race.
Um,
Yeah, I thought somebody went
well,
to the outside, and I thought somebody got clipped and ended up spinning a couple cars around.
yeah, I mean, we were dicing it up all race, and I want to say maybe it was the one with the 18. I pulled up in front of him, and then he tried to go to my outside, and I think he clipped me.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened, but yeah, I haven't watched that one back. I knew it was going to be a close move, but I was just trying to, because my pushers engine temperatures were heating up pretty fast, so I wanted to give him a little bit of clean air before I pulled back down in front of him, and I knew it was close, so I'd have to take a look at that there. I don't really know exactly what happened, but yeah, I want to say that split up the pack, but then everybody was able to get caught back up in due time.
Yeah. Well, we see how a bunch of things happen out there, and you talk about engine temperatures and a little bit of the drafting help out there, and kind of interesting to see what other issues were out there on the track. I mean, it was obviously oddly foggy. We could hardly see a thing even from our broadcast booth, but we were able to get a couple angles of seeing you guys slicing around out there. If you were to kind of put your finger on one driver out there, Ben, uh, who would you say was going to be your biggest adversary out there as a tough guy to race tonight?
Definitely Eric. I mean, it was mostly me and Eric up front, like kind of cycling out a little bit. You had Cal up there for a while before he got completely cleaned out. Garrett was up there for a little bit. Cam Barnes was up there for a while. Like you had different players, but for the most part, it was consistently me and Sable up there. So I, I would for sure say the strongest guy out there tonight, if not myself, would be Eric Sable, because I mean he ended up winning and was up there most of the night. So I would say probably the 23 truck.
Okay. Well, does that carry over in Auto Club next week? And what are you going to do to combat that and maybe come away with the win? Because Darren is almost calling his shot.
I don't know. I like Auto Club. I really love racing 2 mile racetracks. They're some of my favorites on here. So just do a couple of practice laps, see how it drives. Because of this new truck update, everything's going to drive a little different now. I mean, even on the super speedways, I noticed it was handling a little different here, and wasn't expecting it to break loose trying to avoid that wreck coming to the white flag for sure. So yeah, definitely try and get a handle on the new truck update because it does drive different on here.
Alrighty, man. Go ahead and shout out here all your sponsors and the people out here watching you.
Yep, just want to thank y'all for broadcasting. Of course, Darren, Davey, everybody for running the league, Zach Krastowski, all of them do a great job. Want to thank Barnes Racing and John Peterson Racing as well, my team. So excellent group of guys to work with. What a shame that Cal got wrecked out there late because we were working good coming to the end there. But yep, just all those guys definitely made it fun tonight.
Well, you might be able to work with them next week, and I definitely hope that will happen. So congratulations on your second place finish here tonight, and good luck out there at Auto Club.
Appreciate it.
All right, Stella, excellent job here by Benjamin White, but the only person who I called out that was going to bring home the win was Eric Sable. He had been up front all night and kind of toying around with the lead out there and was able to pull away. Eric Sable, congratulations on your win here. Talk to me about kind of the beginning of this race and how we got to the end.
Well, first and foremost, I want to say you guys put on a fantastic broadcast. I was listening while I was racing. You guys do a fantastic job. So you guys keep up that great work. And yeah, from the get-go, it was me and Ben. I felt like we were controlling the front of the field the entire night. So yeah, we were going back and forth. There was a lot of fun out there. There's a little ruts, but that's it's Daytona. That's what happens. Everybody gets crazy and wants to race their tails off. So, but it was fun. I guess that last lap. I guess I was just lucky because every car went in the opposite direction of where I was going. So I'm like, holy moly, I made it through it, and there was nobody behind me.
Yeah.
And you ended up like a second and a half before anybody got going in the right direction to
Yep.
challenge.
Well, Stella, you already know he was celebrating as he was entering the next turn. He was almost
Yeah.
laughing his way to the finish line because he couldn't believe it. I feel it, man. I don't know why. I saw the situation and I just feel exactly what happened. But the United Rentals 23 machine comes in clutch here. That Ford definitely kicked butt here tonight. You know, I would say that Darren Ingram coming in later on here and kind of working his way up toward the front. Even Benjamin was saying something about Cal was out there working very, very hard tonight. You know, did you feel comfortable when you were racing up front tonight, or did you just feel like you were always on edge?
No, I was comfortable. You know, I'm used to the high pressure situations that Daytona brings with the racing around here, and everybody's so close, and you just have to know when to make your move. And honestly, before that, you know, that white flag came out, right before then, I tried to make the move, go for the win, and I felt like I actually made the wrong move because nobody went with me. I felt like I was gonna get, you know, trained right to the back of the field, and then the wreck happened. So I think um, definitely luck played a factor tonight. But yeah, everybody raced pretty well up in the front of the field. So hats off to all these guys at USORL. You know, I'm new here. It fits in my schedule good for this lead, and I'm happy I came over.
Yeah, 100%. And I was calling even on the broadcast that you had got squeezed right in the middle, and that was it. You were heading all the way to the back, and then just, man, the seas just parted and away you went. That just, you couldn't get any luckier. But I've got to ask if any of this luck you think will carry over to Auto Club.
Oh, absolutely. Auto Club is one of my favorite tracks. Unfortunately, it's no longer, you know, on the schedule in real life, but you know, at least here in iRace, we can keep on running that legacy of a track. And yeah, I run good. You know, I run good at Auto Club. I'm looking forward to seeing what everybody else has to, you know, bring to the table. And hopefully, we have a great race out there as well.
Yeah, Auto Club, Michigan, man, those are some of my favorite tracks. There's that high line, being able to run, and if you can save your tires, man, then you use the low line when everybody starts slowing down. I'm assuming that's probably going to be pretty close to what you're thinking about doing out there here tonight. But as you were commanding up in the front, along with Benjamin White up there and the rest of the guys, man, this definitely was an awesome race. Is there anything different that you would have changed? Well, obviously not the win, but, you know, can you say less cautions, what maybe not a hazy,
You got
a
a
hazy
2-minute
track?
warning, Patrick.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
there's not really much more I would change, but yeah, just making. I always try to stay out front with these races, just to try to stay, you know, in the lead or at least contend for the, you know, lead throughout the night, just stay out of the trouble. But besides that, it's all, you know, having that 3-leaf clover or 4-leaf clover on your back, you know.
Awesome job, man. All right, shout out time.
All right, everybody, United Rentals, you guys for putting on the broadcast. Did a fantastic job, like I said during the beginning part of this interview. Snyder Graphics does a hell of a job painting my trucks for me. And besides that, yeah, USORL, fantastic lead. Hopefully, if they are recruiting, hopefully that more people come on out to compete here. And yeah, hopefully everybody enjoyed the show, and we'll see you next week.
All right, not bad, Eric. Congratulations on your win here at the TWB Marketing 150. I'll see
Thanks,
you,
man. You guys have a
see
good
you
night.
next time, brother.
Have a good one.
Yep. All right, Stella, that's going to do it. What an excellent race this was. Did get a couple slew of cautions out there, but it did seem to mellow itself out.
Yeah, I liked what I saw, and I liked it when we come back.
All right, yep. And next time you will find us, unless it's unscheduled, is next time we will see us is the beginning of the playoffs. Look out for Captain Esports out there, and he will be bringing these guys to you live here on YouTube, I'm sure, to definitely see how well they can do for the remainder of the season. But Patrick Morrison here in the booth. Stellar joining alongside me tonight. Good night, guys. I appreciate you.